want to start with an opening statement on your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I thought it was a hard-fought game. I thought my kids pretty much executed a game plan overall. I went back and forth. I mean, we knew it was going to be a dogfight, and it was a dogfight. So I think I'm just disappointed for my team, but I thought we did a good job of executing the game plan.
They didn't shoot very well from three, but with a team like them that relies on that, I mean, are you still fearful of them, even then when they're 5 for 35 or whatever it was from D?
We don't fear them. We've never feared them.
Did you know that they still have that three-point ability? I mean, is that something that they don't have cold days? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I know they can shoot to three, but they also want to lay up and they want you to foul them. I mean, they don't get all their points from threes. The majority of their points are actually from drives and isolations. That's the majority of their points.
Just the swings and momentum in the game, is that just sort of like an intensity thing? Each time somebody raises the level, somebody answers back?
I think I don't know, I just think it's two good teams kind of battling. I mean, I think when you have two good teams and they battle, you have that stuff happen. I mean, I see it all the time. You have two teams going at it, and their defense is good, our defense is good. I mean, so you just kind of got to hang in there and just stick to your game plan, So I just think it kind of went back and forth, So I think both defenses are good, and that's what happens when you have two good teams kind of duking it out.
No moral victories or anything like that, but you came in saying that you thought you guys were playing well, but not your best, not great. Is there any consolations of being this close?
Not really. I feel like we had a lot of chances, and we didn't capitalize scoring. We didn't put the ball in the basket when we had chances to do that, and we had chances, and they were good looks, and you got to stick the ball in the basket. I mean, your defense will give you a chance to win, but at some point you got to stick it in there, and we didn't do that, and so not really. I mean, I don't think we're playing our best basketball. I mean, we turned the ball over 23 times, and you can't do that against a team like them. I mean, there's certainly a lot of room for improvement for us. I think we've got to get better in a lot of areas, and I said that before this game. So.
And any impact for just the crowd? Neither of these two teams get to play in front of huge crowds a lot, and they really got obviously into it toward the end.
Oh yeah, I think their crowd helps them. There's no question about that. I mean, you can't have all these people cheering for one team. Of course their crowd helps them, and that's why they win here. I mean, I think their crowd has a lot to do with it. So I think for my team, I thought they did a great job of really kind of drowning the crowd out for the most part.
Is your third straight loss to them by 2 points or less? Does it get harder as these go along, and the team get more disappointed in a tough loss like that?
Well, I think you got to keep it in perspective. I think you got to, every season is different, every team is different, and I think you just have to keep it in perspective. You have to make sure. I think through this conference, you can't let your team get too down or too up for anything. I mean, it's the first conference game, and this can't be the end-all be-all for us. So it's like I told our players in the locker room, we got to get on to the next game. There's no time to dwell on one game. We got to get on to the next game. So, it's always going to be a hard-fought battle with them, and but I think there's a lot of teams in our league that are much improved. It's going to be a battle this year. So.
Amber and Witt's a great battle, but they really didn't have an answer for Maisha. Can you just talk about that combination of size, strength, speed that she?
Yeah. Well, she's a player. I could play her for 40 minutes. Her stamina and conditioning is unbelievable, and that really helps our team because we don't play a lot of kids and we're not real deep. So I think we just put her in spots where she could score, particularly in the post, and then she can also hit she just has great versatility. So I think she is a hard matchup because she can go inside and outside.
Tough call at the end again.
Yeah. I'm not going to comment on it. I mean, there's so many chances here, though. It's not down to the officiating. It's about there's so many plays we had that, we have to look at, and we got to look at what we can control. And there were just a lot of chances we had here.
Any other questions? All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.